Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Besties on Purpose podcast collective, wherever you are catching this. We are so excited that we are introducing a 7-day water intention challenge. And that's what it is. It's only 7 days. It was inspired by the 7 days of completion of um, Earth,
Yes,
right?
creation.
Earth's creation. And that was part of our Bible study. So, in case you missed that, that's on YouTube and in our Facebook group somewhere. So, you can find all the things there. And Candace and I were just so like inspired, and I was looking at timelines. I was the one that was like, I don't know when we could do this challenge. I don't know when it's gonna fit. But then I was like, Candace, what if we did it for the last days of April? And then she reminded me April showers and all the things. So we're so excited. Um, so Candace, let us know what why
Well, actually, Cheryl and I were just chatting a little bit before this. We're like, she's like, it was your idea. I'm like, it was? I thought it was yours. But when we were in March, I know we were thinking about themes of April, and we were like, well, everybody says April showers, so we're like water, and we had the idea, but we wanted to be more intentional about drinking water. And somewhere along that realm, I was reminded of this water study done by, I want to say he was a Japanese doctor.
sounds Japanese.
Dr. It's I don't know how to say his first name, but Emoto is his last name, Emoto. It's his water crystal study. And I read a book a while ago, a few years ago. If you've never looked it up, you have to go, and I will share one of the like some of the photos in our Facebook group, but you have to go just Google Dr. Emoto and then water crystals and click images. It will blow your mind. And so my thoughts were, if we're going to drink water, which Cheryl had said at one point in time that she had like successfully led water challenges, and I'm going to have her tell you more about that in a second. But I was like, if we're going to do a water challenge, which I know I need to drink more water, especially living out here in the Pacific Northwest right now, where it's actually been sunnier, but when it's more gray, I'm like, I want hot, warm drinks, and I don't usually want warm water. And anyway, when you learn what his water study was, it was even just thinking or writing an intention and putting it on a body or like a grouping of water formed these crystals inside of it, and it blows your mind. So if they were positive and like loving and like supportive, it was like a beautiful snowflakes. And then if it was like negative, it was this terrible, like, it looks hideous. And if water had that much intention, or water has that ability, and our intentions have that much ability, just writing or thinking it or saying it, then when you tie in, like, our bodies are made of like 60% or more of water, and if we think that, oh, it's just going to be so beautiful. I'm gonna let you talk about your water challenges.
But to start with, but what if we told you your water could do more than hydrate? And the reason why I did the water challenges in my Mom Boss Motivation groups were because water is something that everyone's like, you need to drink half your body weight in water. You need to drink 100 ounces of water. You need to drink a gallon a day. Like, there's so many numbers to water. And I even asked Candace when we were creating this thing, I was like, are we going to tell them to drink a certain amount of water? And she's like, no. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. But like this, the intention of this one is like, what if it could heal, cleanse, reset your mindset, and connect you to God's presence in a deeper way? And I was like, okay, mind blown already right there, because I was telling Candace, and we kind of were not connected as much for only like 2 days. It's like, it was the end of tax season, or maybe it was 3 days. And I was hanging out with my husband, and I left Candace by herself. But she was like saying like, I haven't heard God a lot lately, and I was like, I felt the same way, and it was Holy Week, and I was like, shouldn't we be hearing it all like right now? Like, hello, like I'm ready. But it was just like, okay, I'm ready for another challenge, and we still have time left in April, and this is where you want it to go. And so it's
Yeah.
not about how much water you drink or anything like that. It's we bestified it, and I told Candace, you need to bestify this today. So we bestified it, and we created a challenge where we show up in your morning text messages, and we share like some scripture and actions. And our motto for this challenge is think it, speak it, sip it. And yeah, so I'm just so excited about going on to that. Um, so you talked about Dr. Emoto and the modern research. Are there other places? And what, okay, and then other thing, back up. Like when Candace first told me about this, because I was so used to my old water challenges where we drink a gallon a day, I was like, that sounds kind of crazy, Candace. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that because that sounds kind of weird. Um, but we
P.S.
bestified it.
She said the same thing about listening prayers, and now she's the one telling me we need to do it. Yes. I've actually, what's crazy is I've had ever since I read that book. Well, a rewind. I had heard it from a friend first, and then I got the book, and then I like read the book. Well, listened to the book, and ever since that, I was like, I should do a water challenge where I pair intentions with the water. And now what we did, well, God did this. God took that little baby idea that never came to fruition and said, "Hey, let me remind you, I'm the living water, by the way. Uh let's bring it all full circle here. Let's have like three pieces here. We're going to your body, we're going to read like your intentions, and we're going to bring scripture into that." And like all throughout the Bible, God uses water for like multi purposes. So I love how we built out these 7 days, that each day has a specific purpose, and it's like builds on each other. So in the first day, the scriptures tie into thinking and speaking. Um, and then obviously we got to sip in order to take in the goodness. Um, and then each day it's like another thing and another thing and another thing. I mean, really, if we wanted to, we could take each day and turn that into a whole week and like do that for a week. But we wanted to keep this simple. We wanted your actions on each day to be very simple too. So,
Yeah, and I love that we're tying in scripture. And we've done this like since the beginning with our Unleash Your Purpose challenge. We didn't know what we were doing with our Unleash Your Purpose challenge. We just did it. But now we get to like find all these treasures in the Bible through these challenges. And there's so much talk about water in the Bible through scripture. And there's a note here like, you've probably heard the verse, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. What? Like, I've never
Sharon
heard.
and I both are like, we have never heard that. Or if you're like us, you've never heard that scripture.
So it's like there's so many scriptures that we get to find through this challenge, that I'm so excited about it. And the other thing is like reframing water as a worship. Like, what if we, it sounds kind of crazy because I feel it's crazy kind of saying that and reading it. So maybe Candace, you take this one.
I'll take it. I'm also going to look up that scripture we've never heard, which was John
Okay.
7:38.
Well, this is like the water into, it's turning a habit of drinking water
Yeah.
into that sacred space. And
Yes.
I'm I told Candace, I was like, I don't have water, but it's water with like supplements in it. And it's like it's still water, and I get to drink it. I think that's the thing with habits, is like you get to do it, and you get to like, you're doing it for your body and not just because you want to check a box. So I think that's maybe where you want to go with that.
Yeah. I don't know what that belly part is. It must be a
Okay.
different version.
Probably
Ours
different.
doesn't say it.
Probably the same.
Um, yeah, so the worship is like we're giving you and guiding scriptures and thoughts to think and intentions that are formed from the guiding scriptures, and you're going to think it in your head. And then if you've listened to anything else we've ever shared, you're going to know the power of speaking. And um, and then it's going to what the goal is like you're taking an intention just from a thought, which is also strong, right? You're looking at the water intentionally and you're speaking it out loud. And when you do that to the water, when you go look at Dr. Emoto's studies, it's doing it for the water, but guess what else is doing it for? All the water that is in your body. And the reason why I didn't actually want to put a goal ounce on here is because I didn't want people to be focused on the amount of water you're drinking more than the act of the intention setting before each sip. Like, I mean, ideally, I would say do it before each sip. Like, maybe not say the same thing, but like have the present moment awareness before you're taking that sip. And if you just pick one of the mantras through the day or one of the affirmations or the thought or the intention, and you just speak that over the water every time you take a drink of the water that day. I mean, think about how powerful that's going to be running through. A, it's going to happen in the water. B, it's going to happen in throughout your body because your body is made of water. So, there's so much. We were talking about this on the Bible study that God has interlaced all these like beautiful interwoven, they're just like hidden, like the earth being a magnet, a natural magnet that can help us heal if we go ground on the earth. And um there's water, there's so many healing properties of water beyond hydration. Everybody tends to focus on the hydration, but we want to take it a step further and be like super intentional with it and see how we can make every single sip like a sacred space, even if it's only two, like a second, right? Like you've seen me taking how many sips already just because it's sitting here. So that's the goal for 1 week, is to just kind of put it in front of our face and remind ourselves and to be thoughtful and mindful of God and the scripture and that intention every sip, or at least one time a day.
Yeah. So if you're feeling out of alignment or feeling like emotionally dry, or spiritually heavy, this challenge is for you. And I've done the water challenges before, and you're gonna pee a lot. And but we've done, like, if you haven't ever done a food challenge or a water challenge, you've probably done a food reset. You probably did fast. You probably did a social media fast, like if it wasn't fasting. I've done intermittent fasting. And even those, I was talking to Candace, I was like, I've done those 3 day resets where you like basically starve yourself. But this is so different. This is a soul centered hydration reset. And if this is leading you, calling you, this is more than just the challenge. We're just saying challenge because it's an invitation for you to like slow down, speak differently to your water and to yourself and to God and to the other people around you, but like also a way to reconnect with God. I think that's our mission here at Besties on Purpose, is that we want you to reconnect with God, um, have a relationship with God, and just like feel fully alive and filled and overflowing. It's just like all the water is going to give us all that overflow.
Yes. And it's something so simple, right? Like I was just, as you were saying that, I was thinking there are some countries where people don't even have access to clean water. And if you're
Even in our
listening from
own
one of those
country.
countries, then we are keeping you in our prayer. What?
Even in our own country, I worked in areas where one street over there was not clean water. So,
Oh, that's right. I
yeah.
forgot you were telling me how that area doesn't have water.
Hmm.
It's crazy. And then, so like, this is to bring you like present, right? Like, even just thinking about what I'm drinking and taking that, I gotta go get my kids soon. Go get that deeper feel, like taking it to that gratitude space is what I'm saying. Like just being grateful for the fact that we have water. And I said this on the Bible study earlier, and I'm going to say it again. Gratitude and love and authenticity are three of the highest frequency emotions that we can experience as human beings on this earth. So, in this water challenge, as you're doing the intention part, and if you even if you forget what the intention was that we said in the text message throughout the day, and you just are like, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful that this water is, healing my body right now beyond measure, right? Like, even if you hold that space, you are consciously putting your body into a frequency equivalent with gratitude. And that is one of the highest frequencies. So you're going to feel better. You're going to attract better. You're just going to all around, inside and out, it's just going to be better for you.
Yes. So, how to join? Say out loud with energy. I guess that's for me. Sorry. All you have to do is text the word water to 850-888-5182. And whenever you text this, whenever you're listening to this, that becomes your day zero. And you'll get a simple prep message. And then your 7-day challenge will start after that. If you are listening to this on the day that we release this podcast, we are starting today. But this is your personal journey, and we're gonna be doing the same thing. So if you want to be part of that energy and join our collective, which is on Facebook, it's Besties on Purpose Collective, and you can find us in there. But I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening to this podcast. Thank you to Candace for pushing me to do this water challenge. But I'm so excited for it. Any closing words?
Yes. So I just want to invite everybody to let this be like a metaphorical and a literal health reset for you. So we want to take you from thirsty to overflowing. And so yeah, that's my last words is like, don't sit on it. Go ahead, text the word water, whether you're doing it alongside of us right now live or you're doing it on your own journey. It doesn't really matter because you're going to hear from us automatically through the campaign we set up. But we're happy you're here and we are excited to see where this goes. And let's say you actually catch this on the day it drops and you're getting it on Thursday and you do not want the next day to be your day one. You want that day to be your day one. Just shoot us a text because we actually are real humans looking at these messages. So you just respond to it and we will say, okay, we'll bump you up in the system. We'll get you on day one with
Yes.
us.
So excited. And I'm so excited to drink water. And water cheers.
Water cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.